Our top story this hour: amid heavy rain in India, cases of conjunctivitis and other eye infections are rising in several states. Cases have been reported in New Delhi, Gujarat, Northeastern states and are mostly being found in younger population. In New Delhi, the government hospitals are on alert to deal with the rising cases. All India Institute of Medical Sciences in the capital has been reporting 100 cases a day. Schools in various parts of the country have also been closed in wake of the surge. The infection, it's also called an eye flu, and it usually spreads during monsoon as humid conditions and waterlogging form ideal conditions for the spread of virus and bacteria. Now, monsoon season usually sees an increase in allergens in the air, which can come in contact with the eyes, causing this infection. The infection has various symptoms. Most common is eyes turning pink or red. There's swelling of the conjunctiva, which is the thin layer that lines the white part of the eye and inside of the eyelid. The eyes usually become watery. There's more tear production. There can be a sticky discharge as well. That can be pus or mucus. There can be itchiness, irritation and burning sensation. And some also experience eye pain. However, with some precaution, the infection can be prevented. Most important being to maintain proper hygiene and wash hands and face frequently. One should avoid touching and rubbing face or eyes, and also avoid sharing personal items like towel, makeup, eye drops, eyeglasses. If one does come in contact with someone who does have conjunctivitis, to prevent spreading it to others, it's advised to stay at home or use a protective barrier such as a mask or gloves while going out. Now, for more on this, we have with us Dr. J.S. Titial joining us live on the broadcast. Sir, thank you so much for joining us. He's the Chief of RP Centre for Ophthalmic Sciences and the Chairman of National Eye Bank at AIIMS. Welcome to the show, sir. Now, Doctor, cases of conjunctivitis, other eye infections are on the rise as well. What can you tell us of its spread and severity? What is your assessment?
Yes, for last few days, number of cases have gone very, very high in all the ophthalmic services in this part of country, especially North India. And same holds for Delhi also. We have been seeing these patients every year in this rainy season, but this year the number of cases are quite high. And in last few days, we are seeing more than 100 cases in our emergency services, with acute red eye, bilateral involvement and with little bit of pain, symptoms, discharge and lid swelling, with a very rapid spread of infection amongst the children and working area also. We have found that these are mainly a viral infection. The strain we have picked up is adenovirus, and there are some patients who have a bacterial infection also added onto this viral infection. And luckily this year, the severity of this conjunctivitis is not very severe as compared to the last or previous years. This year, we are not seeing patients with corneal involvement. Sometimes we do have patients suffering from lesions coming in cornea, and that causes decrease in the vision and photophobia sometimes. So luckily this time, whatever cases we have seen in last 1 week or so, these are lesser severity wise. But the spread is very fast and very, it's like become an epidemic in across the North India.
Right, so what would you say are the factors for this surge in the number, about 100 cases, as you mentioned as well? That being said, what are also some of the preventative measures that can be taken, or what sort of a treatment would you say is required for this?
Let me come out with the, why this has happened like this. First, I think this year we had a lot of rain in Delhi, and flood also, and that decreases the hygiene of a people in the society and community, and these viral infections are very high. Not only the conjunctivitis, you can have upper respiratory tract infections, URI, viral fever, they all go together. And second important thing is, there's a crowding in many places, and that can also increase the infection spread. Precautions should be taken by those people who have suffered the conjunctivitis. They have a conjunctivitis by washing their eyes with clean water at least 2-3 times a day, using some sort of a broad spectrum antibiotic drops 3 to 4 times a day, And if needed, because many people have a lot of itchy eyes and irritation inside the eye, you can use lubricating drops, simple artificial tears, and use dark goggles so that you don't touch your eyes oftenly, and that will also decrease the spread also. Whenever you touch something, you should wash your hand. When you come home from your office area, work area, first thing you should do is wash your hands with a clean water or soap, then wash your face also. Don't share your handkerchief, your towels, bed sheet, otherwise the infection will spread to other person. We all know this doesn't spread by seeing, this spreads by touching or having somebody infection meeting that person. And effective way is clean yourself and clean the nearby area, basically sanitization of area, your tables, your laptop, your mobile phones can be the major way to spread infection to the other person also.
Right.
Those people who are at home also, they should take a proper precaution, especially those people who are using contact lenses. If you have an infection, don't use contact lens at least for 2 weeks.
All right. Dr. Dayal, thank you so much for joining us on the show with your insights on this. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.